Hello, everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Theodora, the Wicked Witch of the West, from The Wizard of Oz. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description, and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first. And then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, I'm fighting back a sneeze right now, so if I stop and it gets quiet, it's because I couldn't fight it back and I had to edit that out. But let's talk about the Wicked Witch of the West. So I'm going to combine Oz, the Great and Powerful, and the the Wizard of Oz, because I just like the idea that there's more to it, you know, that there's I don't think I can see her feet, that there's more to the story, you know. So I like that idea, and it gives us something more to draw, right? But the main thing is, this costume is beautiful. Have you ever actually looked at her costume? Like the puffy shoulders and then all the little extra stuff on her belt. It's amazing. We never see it. We never think about it because it's always, you know, the outfit, the broom, you know, stuff like that. And so we never really think about all the extras, and man, is it beautiful. I mean, it's really, really beautiful. It might be too much. Hang on, let me bring that in a little bit. Here's the other thing too, is I want to get the anatomy right to make sure that, you know, I give her enough detail, and so it also looks like a real person standing there, because that's the main thing, right? Is that we want to make it look like it's really someone wearing this costume. Okay, I think that's going to work for the feet. Let me make sure I've got the body right. Because I want her a little hunched over, right? And so sorry if I go quiet every now and then. I want her a little hunched over, and I want her stylistic. I mean, again, like I was saying with the entire costume, that a lot of this is just going to be colored black anyway, but we can do different shades of black, and we can actually accent, you know, certain parts to look awesome, right? Okay, so let me draw. Oh yeah, and I've got her hand in like the, you know, the creepy I was gonna say creepy clown, creepy witch pose. So let me try to draw something real quick. I had an idea. Let's see. Something like this. Right? I like that. I like that. So I'm going for a stylistic witch hand. Right? So we're kind of almost doing something like this, right? It's that crazy. Like she's throwing some casting some spells, so to speak. But okay, so here's the thing. This hand is pretty much like not pointed at you, but like coming at you. So the puffy sleeve is kind of around it, so we're not seeing it as much here, right? It's kind of behind that arm, but we can see it here. And I like the idea that it's usually not this puffy, but I like the idea that it's almost like Glinda's, right? But it's just a black version. You ever think about that? It's pretty cool. So yeah, so I'm gonna play around with different characters, more characters, right, than just a Wizard of Oz. But why not? Let's do Wizard of Oz. Let's do all kinds of crazy cool stuff. Okay, and so I want her holding the broom. So let me draw the face. I want her holding the broom, but almost like she's holding it behind her. Okay. Let me try to find a good picture of the face. We all know what it looks like. It's iconic, right? But like it's got a longer chin, so we got to really extend that out. Longer nose, and then like these pointy eyebrows, right? But it's hard to draw like a pointy nose when it's pointed straight at you, right? Because because it's pointed right at you, it's hard to even see that there's length in it, you know? Okay, that ought to work. Like that. All right, not bad. Something crazy, kind of weird, kind of scary, you know? Okay, so let's see. For her hand, I want like that. Okay, I had to look at it real fast. She's gonna be holding like this. So I just want the hand to be around. Don't ever feel guilty about using yourself as a model. Like right now, I'm looking at my hand to see how it might look. And you are the best model you have because you're always there. You know, you've got everything you need. Unless you're missing a limb or two, and that's what you're trying to draw. And that happens. I mean, people, you know, go through different stages in life, and sometimes people lose limbs and stuff like that. And you know, hey, it happens. But you know, what I'm trying to say is, you can always look at yourself for reference. Let me grab a ruler real fast, just to give myself. See, because look, I was way off there. Just to give myself a couple lines to make sure I get this straight. And then we're just gonna do something like something stylistically crazy, right, for the broom. Okay, I think that's good. I think I'm ready to get going on this. All right, I wanted her hunched over, but it was all gonna get too convoluted, so I've just got her basically standing there. So let me erase some of these sketch lines, because what I normally do is I throw the lines down first, and I get placement. And those are my sketch lines, right? Because I hit real lightly, draw real lightly, just to make sure I got everything on the camera, that kind of thing. And as I get more confident, I press harder. Those are the confidence lines. So when I go to erase like this, the sketch lines will disappear and the confidence lines need more pressure. So what stays are the confidence lines that will kind of guide me, and it will stand out. It won't stand out over my Sharpie, and that's what I want. I want my Sharpie to stand out. So if you're working with pencil, you just keep going. You don't have to erase like this. I'm just explaining to you why I draw, how I draw. Okay, I think that's good enough. I think we can welcome all the skippers and get going. Let's go. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. And if you want to see more Wizard of Oz, check out that playlist right there. Or just check out the playlist in general, because I do so many different drawings. I may have already drawn what you're looking for. So let's just dive in and get going. I'm going to draw the top of her lids right here, like this. Looks good to me, and I like to place the lids first just to see if I've got the eyes level, and if I've got them looking in the right direction. And she's kind of looking right at you, so I don't have to worry about that. So this drawing is so tiny, all I can really do is draw the retina like that, the color part of the eye, and just kind of hit it in the middle with my Sharpie for the pupil. If you're drawing with pencil, you can probably do that, but see, mine's going to disappear if I start adding more. So this one's thicker than this one, so let me see if I can thicken that up just a bit. Okay, that's all I need to do, because any more it's going to start to bleed. So for the bottom of the eye, again, because it's so tiny, all I really do, me personally, how I draw, is I come in just a little bit like that. And color is going to really indicate the rest of it, but that little line plus the bottom of the retina indicates the bottom of the eye, okay, for me. So I'm going to give her like a angry brow, something like this. Same thing over here, kind of up and angry like that. And she has kind of pointy brows, so let's go ahead and do that. Something like this. So kind of a little peak right there. Okay. And again, it's a furrowed brow, so let's go ahead and give her those ridges like that. And for the eye, I don't think we can really do anything else, maybe with color, but anything else is going to be too stark. Now she does have a very pointy nose, so I'm going to come down here and draw the bridge like this. Normally I don't, but we are accenting that it's a very pointy nose, even though it's pointed right at you, so it's hard to really see. So something like that, okay? But that's all I can really do, because like I said, A is going to start to bleed with Sharpies like this, and B, you know, that's all we can really do, and leave it accented, right? There's not a lot of hard edges. Even though it's a pointy nose, it's a smooth surface, so it's not a lot of hard edges. Okay, for her mouth, I'm going to go ahead and draw like that, kind of a frowny face. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a little bit of her top lip. Like that. But again, I'm going to let color take care of a lot. And then the bottom lip, normally I draw the lips in and it almost looks like lipstick, but because hers is just like one green face, I just want to do that. I just want to accent that they're there, but I don't want to draw the entire thing. Now she does have a long chin, so I'm going to draw that out like this. And I'm going to start to thicken up my edges, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm going to start to accent that that's actually there. I'm going to draw some more features in her face in a second. I just want to get to this. So it's almost like a pointy chin, and then her jaw, it comes off of her jawline, is what I'm trying to say. So it kind of comes out like that, right? All right, so we're gonna go back up to her ears, and then the hair is gonna kind of cover some of that. So there's her cheekbone. There's that cheekbone. Ooh, it's a little, what do you call it? Flat, a little smooth. You know, I needed it a little bit more fleshy, you know? Okay, I'm gonna start drawing some hair in here too. But her hat line is kind of covering up. I wanna do like this, just the edge of the hat, just so we know where the edge of her hair is gonna be. And I'm gonna start doing some hair lines. Let's draw her ear real fast, just so you see where we are. I guess I'll do the other one over here. Because I want to draw some hairlines to show that it's all kind of hanging down, right? I want some matted hair. All crazy looking. Now, again, most of this is going to be covered with black anyway, so I'm not too worried about these edges, but I wanted to give it some definition of craziness, right? Because it's pulled back, but it's also all over the place. Okay, I think that's enough that I want to do there, because anything else, and it's going to start to define parts I'm trying not to define right now. Okay, so there's her collar, and I'll come back and do some detail there. I haven't drawn the hat yet because I need to draw some of these shoulders, because the part of the hat is going behind this shoulder, okay? So her cape is wrapped around her neck here, and then the edges of it are going to go back behind her shoulders. And so I wanted to draw this and then come back and do the hat, right? Okay, tell you what, let me add some of these lines real fast, because I want to show that it's cloth kind of all wrapped through here. But again, this is so small that it's starting to be pointless to draw little lines like that. So maybe you don't have to do those. You can add what you need. But see how thick these lines are? That's what I was talking about, that I wanted to try to match what's happening right there. So her outfit, oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Her outfit's got these big, huge, puffy sleeves that have like these strappy things on them. So I'm gonna do like this. Okay, and that's gonna kind of define the look. Like I said, it's all gonna be colored in black, but they do have this really cool strap look to them. That are helping define the look of it. Okay, so I wanted to do that, so now I can draw the hat. Let me just draw some puffy edges real fast. Like the inside has got this really cool, it's going to be covered in black, so don't worry too much about it. But the inside's got this really cool material with these black straps all through there to really accent it. Now, let's draw the hat. The way I've got it drawn, it is kind of smaller here, bigger there. So we're going to say it's coming through here. We're going to go and bring it up like this. Okay. And close it in. There. and then the brim's going to come through and around. Okay, so that's going to come through here like this and go around. That's just giving you an idea of where we're going to go with this. Back around, looping through to that. So see, I wanted it behind that part just so you could see where it is, okay? And then the top of it, we're gonna say is like that. That much of the brim is visible for the entire thing being wrapped around. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the point like this. I'm gonna bring it up here. And it does have some, what do you call it? Material? I don't know what you would call it, but stuff wrapped around here is what I'm trying to say. Like a sash, maybe? And we can't really see it, but what we can do is we can say that it's, we'll put it later. We're gonna say that it's kind of flowing back here like this. And then that'll be my reminder to do it in a minute, because like I said, I've got to draw everything else first that's in front of it, then I can draw what's behind, okay? So let's draw her other arm, because this one is pointed up. This one's holding the broom that's behind her, so I kind of, again, need to draw some of the body first, and then I could finish that up. So let me draw this hand that's pointed right at you. So I'm going to do some more of the big puffy sleeve, but I'm going to stop right around there because I want to draw the hand, and you'll see why in a second. Actually, let me close off some of this hair right here. Okay. Okay, so the hand is pretty much going to be doing like this. Okay, so it's going to be very dramatic, very out there. So I'm going to draw the thumb like this to the first finger like this. And I'm tracing around my drawing, so I'm just kind of willy-nilly drawing my fingers, but I did plan this out, so that's kind of why it's specifically going in this direction. Like it looks willy-nilly, like I'm just drawing it, but it was planned, is what I'm trying to say. And it's hard to draw with big old Sharpies like this, but I'm trying to draw with something that you can see and that you have just lying around the house. You know, you shouldn't have to go and buy a bunch of supplies just to draw along with me. Okay, so that's the basics, and let me try to clean this up a little bit to help you see the hand a little bit better. Like in this crazy position that I drew it in. But I did it like this for a reason, because I want it to be like she's casting spells, you know. She's yeah, she's just doing that. She's got her holding her hand in a strange position because she's, you know, weaving her magic. And I'm gonna point the fingers just a little bit for that scary witch feel, you know, a little dangerous. So there you go. So something like, well, it's hard for me to do. Something like that, okay? Okay, but now that I have what's in front, I can draw what's behind. So I'm going to draw the forearm bent into the elbow. Like that, and then the arm is going back into the sleeve. Now we're going to do the puffy sleeves, okay? So again, I'm kind of drawing the puffs, and then we're just going to add stuff to it, like that. So the nice thing is, it's behind certain parts, so we could only see so much anyway. So we're kind of getting away with what we can and can't see. It's hard to draw and make it look convincing, like it's puffy sleeves, but it's all going to be black anyway, and that's kind of what I was talking about too in the sketch, is that a lot of this you don't really see because it's going to be black, but the costume design is beautiful. All the crazy details that are in it, it's just hard to see because of the way it's just black, all black, you know? While we're here, let's draw the this, okay? So I'm going to kind of do this, just kind of do it like that. And we'll say there's another one too, because it is wrapped around, going through itself. And we're kind of building movement, flow, and layers by doing stuff like this. Okay, so there, and I drew it with the small Sharpie so it could be nice and thin. It doesn't stand out as much, and it gives us a little bit of creativity, right? Let me find a picture of the costume. Okay, so it has like a lace up, what do you call it? Middle piece, I guess that's the best way to say it. So the material kind of flows through and comes down out here, but there is a laced up, what do you call that thing? I'm not a speaker, I'm a drawer. I'm just gonna draw. So I'm gonna draw it like this, right? And then bring it down to the costume, like this. Bring it down to the costume. I am so sorry. Again, I'm not a speaker, but you have to listen to me while we're drawing. That's what I apologize for. Because I'm trying to explain things that I can't explain, because I'm not a good speaker. All right, so let's add some creases and folds to the material. And basically that's just all this is, just a bunch of layers of cloth material, just kind of wrinkled up on itself. Again, mostly it's going to be black anyway, so it's not too defined. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Why am I speaking? Why am I speaking? I just need to just shut up and draw, old man. Okay. Oh, and let's add some bends, some creases in this material too, just to show that it's all flexible, you know. Now it is laced up, so I'm just going to kind of do something like this with the bigger Sharpie. Nothing too specific. Going over and under, over and under. And what's funny is you can't even really see something like this. That's why sometimes it's like, well, why even do it? Because we want it to look good. Okay, so there you go. And I did it with a thicker line to show that it's not a crease, that it's a hard edge material. That's kind of what I was doing there. So let me draw some of her skirt, and then, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. This material comes out, and it's in like this little blocky, like this. Little blocky ends. That's the best way I can say it. Because they're not really, I don't know what it is. It's a really cool costume design. Basically, is all I'm going to say. Okay, and then there's a purse. Oh, let me do the purse. And did you know she has a purse? Again, really cool. There's a lot of good stuff in this design, but you don't see it because of the, you know, it's all black because of the simplicity of the costume. But it's there, and that's what's so beautiful about it. That's what I love about this costume. It's ridiculously simple. And I'm just gonna keep going on and on about it, about how great it is. So get used to it. All right, there's little straps that are underneath this, like that. Okay, so let me draw her skirt. Then I'm gonna come back and finish up this arm because the broom is behind her. That's the whole point. I've got it behind her. And cape, can't forget the cape too. So let's see. Basically, I'm just going to draw like this, right? Because I've got her foot about right here, but it's covered up by the costume. Which is basically just the material hanging. You know, it's like I want to draw a whole bunch of lines, but it's like, well, I should honestly too just leave it to just hanging there, you know? Because it's just, you know, what do you call it? Layered lines. Okay, that's too much, so I want to try to break it up a little bit. I want to try to make it a little more simple with some thinner lines. And yeah, you know, that's okay. I mean, honestly, it doesn't feel that flowing to me. Like, I need a little something else. I don't know what I'm missing yet. But, it needs something else. It's not quite flowy dress to me yet. But again, this is going to be covered in cloth or in black anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But it needs more. It doesn't look like a flowing gown to me yet. And for that, I apologize. But that's okay. I mean, this is the majority of what we're gonna do. So, let me also draw her cape, which is hanging down here. So we're just gonna say it's coming down like this. Mostly coming down like that. We'll draw it out a little bit more. And I just wanted it a little bit separate. This one's gonna come down this way. All right, and so now I can draw the arm holding the broom, which I wanted behind her, okay? So I'm simply gonna draw just anatomy, just arm down to the forearm, to the wrist, up like that. So see, very simple. And let me draw just a little bit of cloth lines because again, it's material, not skin. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, so she's holding her broom. So all we really got to do is draw the hand. Right, there's the thumb over the majority of it, and the fingers are kind of wrapped around like this. So the index finger you almost don't even see. It's kind of like that, right? And then the ring finger is in like this. I'm sorry, the middle finger is in like this, and the pinky you almost don't even see because it's so it's the tiniest, right? And so here, let me add a little bit of detail. Then I'm going to add the broom, but it's so tiny and wrapped around that you almost can't even see it. Okay, and again, the index fingers underneath. Now I drew with a ruler the broom, but I'm not going to do it by hand. I'm going to do it by hand now. Like, I just did the ruler just to get an idea of where it went. But I'm okay with it being a little off, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to shake it a little bit like that, just to give it like an imperfection, an imperfect little, almost like a broom handle type kind of thing, you know? Like made out of wood. Like, this wasn't manufactured. Someone got it off a tree, and that's how they made it. Okay, so for the end, or I guess it's like, that's not right, because this is the end of the broom, the part you brush with. So it's not the beginning, but the way I'm holding it, or the way she's holding it, that's the beginning, right? Okay, for the For the broom, I'm just going to kind of do something like this, kind of almost like fire, you know? And then I'll add like just a little bit of detail just to try and make it look like what do you call it? Bristles. But I don't want to draw every single bristle, you know? So we're just going to give it some artistic bristles. Artsy bristles. And remember, you don't have to draw exactly like I'm drawing. You can do what you want. Remember, because this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. We'll meet somewhere in between. I'm just giving you an idea of something like this is making it bristly, you know? So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Theodora, the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.